Welcome back to part 3 on the tutorial on Elite Dangerous on how to make money. I kind of cut off the last episode abruptly because I realized it was really getting too long because I go on these rants, but I'd rather make sure that you guys are aware fully of this game, the mechanics and everything before you continue on. Now, as I mentioned in the previous episode, and when I demonstrate you guys the webpage on where to obtain trading and everything, you could see here the laden, how much once you fully loaded. This is how much you could jump. This is how much you could jump well empty. It doesn't matter what you're carrying. You could always carry the maximum capacity of your item, meaning it's not based on weight. As you could see, 104, it doesn't matter what item you can carry, it's always going to be 100, either food or I don't know, copper. The price will change, the weight of the cargo will not. Now I would like to introduce to you a very important site that at least I found in my money making. It's called elitetradingtools.co.uk. This site allows you to, basically find any kind of best route. But please note that the prices on it vary 10 to 15% because the way it updates, it's not constant. So you could either make 10% to 15% less in that trade, or 10 to 15% more, or about what the site says. So you have to kind of judge base, but it's a very good tool for you to get accustomed to trading. But also, as I was mentioning earlier, and I demonstrated in a previous video on how this site works. So this is the site, right here. I'm gonna have a link below. There we go, on which you can also find trades, and also, but best use for this site is to find parts, aside from also a small guide on how to do the interface, changing colors like I had it in my video. Then of course frameshift drive, and now you're basically searching for class A. This is where you're gonna need to do, and for you to get the money for, because this frameshift drive allows you to jump 17.71 light years in one shot. Meaning, if you had to make a stop before to basically make a second frameshift drive, now you could make it completely in one shot, literally almost giving you a 30% speed increase to how quick you can trade, because now you don't have to stop, wait for your engine, recharge, get back into speed, and so on. This way you are just straight up going for it. So plus, please also note that chips, the way that money works in this game, escalates quite drastically. Why? Because when you go from a ship that can only hold 16 things to 100 things, now you could make a single trip up to literally 120 to 156k in one direction. Round trip, you walk away with nice 300 plus k quite easily. I have to mention that. So, just for demonstration's sake, you're looking for a site. We are in Cremain. Now, as you can see here, the first one tells you that you can find it right over here. Yakubai Levi Mantel, I'm butchering the name, so please excuse me. 9.55 light years away, class A. Please don't worry about this. If anything, you could always jump to another one that's nearby. This is not the only class A that's available. All you have to do is expand the search and how far you gotta go. I guess it is oh, there we go. another one available at Wolf 1509. That's what you will need to obtain. You'll be able now to jump from a place to place in one shot. But that aside, now let's take a look at the trading side. You would need to now, of course, click Find Trader. Once you're on the trading side, you need to go and leave this alone for now. It's kind of irrelevant because you're still technically considered to be a small ship. Please note, once you get Lyco 7, the one that's cost 17 million, this is though it will be considered as literally a large ship, and a lot of platforms that you were able to land with your $1 million ship, well, you will no longer be able to land at those places unless they also can accommodate large ships. If they can't, you might need to rethink your trading route. But for now, for demonstration's sake. Now we are currently, as I mentioned earlier, located still in Cremate. Now, this is how the site works. This money over here is if you carry one item one way and one carry item back, you would make 990, right? Now, what you would be looking for is, of course, much greater profit. As you can see here, there's not a lot of profit from this area, plus the distance is way too ridiculous. You know, you could also look around, for example, you have Dwarsy. As you could see, funding is much greater and distance is much shorter. So your ship, as mentioned earlier, fully loaded with an engine, could jump 15. So, meaning that if you're willing to do 2 stops, you could jump a lot, you could make a lot more money. So you would look, of course, through these prices. I think it'll be easier if I just arrange them financially and just then kind of, there we go, look through it. So, for example, right here, you could take this Samius Titus station, you buy gold, and you bring the gold back. As you could see here, this is, you would make 2,333 per round trip per each item. So basically you have to look at this, what your cargo this way. Your cargo is 100 one way. So you would make on this right here, you would just add, well, literally an extra 2 zeros. You would make 148,300 credits one way. Back way, you would make 85,000 credits. Total combination 1483 plus 850 equals to 2333. So plus it's 29.88 light years away, meaning that it's one stop, redirect, and jump again. But notice that here, if you would just also reconsider, if you're willing to sacrifice profit for time, you could go to Gandhi Bullinis Hub and now trade there and only do it in one jump rather than stopping and doing anything over 2 jumps. Because why I say 2 jumps, because you can jump fully loaded in one direction with 15 light years. So 2 jumps is 30. 2988 is within your vicinity. 1347 is 1 jump away. So let's take a look now at the game. We will start with a simple demonstration, with 1 jump, of course, away. Where are you? There you go. Right, this one right here. So let's get to it. Now, unfortunately, I had to help out my friend of mine, so I had to switch over to Lyco Type 7 from Lyco Type 6. The maximum compartment that a Lyco Type 6 can hold would be 112 items. You know, you have two class 2, one class 3, two class 4, and two class 5. Total of 112 slots. So that's how much you can carry. Unfortunately, I'm in Lyco Type 7 right now, the 17 million one, and it can carry 228. But for demonstration's sake, because I promised you once you obtain your Lyco Type 6 that could jump fully loaded about 17.41 light years in one shot. But I'm gonna use Lyco Type 7. I'm currently located in Ludwig's Struve Hub. Let me just show you on the map where I am. I'm in Sidha, right over here. Now, I'm here to, well, purchase. I'm gonna start out with empty cargo. As you could see, my cap is 228. I'm gonna purchase exactly the amount so you could see the profit gain in one circle. Please note the time. It's 8:26 game time. So, let's begin. We grab Imperial slaves. There we go, 112 for 1.7 million. Of course, this is one of the most expensive things you can grab, because if you would grab something else, if you found another trade route, you know that, for example, you're buying these for 4,000, selling them for 5.5 or something, and you're making the same profit, you could just pack them, a lot more of them, and use a lot less resources to buy a lot more components, and while maintaining a profit. But for the argument's sake, right now we're just gonna carry 112. Now, we're gonna take a look at our map. There we go. Now we form a link. Make sure that it's set to the fastest route. Close that. And now launch. We have left at around 8:26, 8:27, whatever. We're gonna start from 8:26. Now, we started this at 8:26 game time. Now, as you could see, it's 8:33. That was including the purchase. So technically 7 minutes have passed. Now we would sell the items. And there you go. You've made in 7 minutes 110k. Now you would sell the slaves and, for example, buy beryllium. As you could see here now, you would spend, this is what I was talking about earlier, where you would spend a lot less if you buy cheaper things, and where you will end up maintaining the profit. Again, exit. As you could see, it's only 27 light years away, so you could even do it with Lyco Type 6 quite easily. And now off we go. Now, we're back at our station where we began. Please note that I like to use docking computer, just relax and let the game do all the docking for me. But if you want to cut off a minute or here or there, you could do it yourself. I just let it do it. Sometimes it screws up. Screw it. It's all good. Now, Again, we go to commodities. As you could see, it's 8:41. It's been again about total. Basically, right now we spent about, well, 15 minutes, and in 15 minutes we have made, if we sell this, 275K in 15 minutes flat, ladies and gentlemen. This is a demonstration, was done for you. This is a timestamp in the game. So you could see that there was, well, nothing altered. So basically, you're walking away with about 275K in 15 minutes, about a million in 1 hour. Simple as that. This is how it's done. You could simply generate infinite amount of wealth. And if you, as you could see, because my cargo is 228, I easily generate quite well over 2 million an hour. So this is how the trades are done. And I really hope that you guys found this little series. I'm most likely going to release episode 4 for more ways in that you could make money within this game. And 5, just going to keep up in this game. I hope you found this little series so far helpful and informative. We'll see, and hopefully you're making millions and flying that Anaconda quite soon. This is a well-traveled path. Everybody who I ever met and made friends with, I tested this with them, and they're all right now flying literally the top of the line ships. Most of them are not in Anacondas, but they're all going to be quite soon at the rate that they're going. I would like you guys to, show you my current assets. As you could see, it's, well, went up since the last few episodes that you guys were with me. I am now at 63 million, almost at Lyco Type 9. And Type 9, if you're making less than 4 to 5 million an hour, you're doing something wrong. It's just simple math. Lyco Type 7 can carry 528 or 38, whatever, I don't remember, over 500. Twice as much as I can carry, right? So if I could make slightly over 2 million, 2.2, and so in an hour, something that can carry twice as much as me should technically make twice as much money, if not even more. Because it's technically 228 times 2, it comes out to be 456. So, but the other one has 530, 538 or so. So I will be making well over 5 million if you do it right an hour. So you play for 5 hours, you walk away with 25 million in a snap, and you're a very happy individual. So you have to understand that 150, 160, the 160, $850 million Type A Anaconda all of a sudden looks achievable. A billion, 2 billion. It becomes literally after that how much time you want to invest. Well, then again, isn't everything. Thank you for watching my guide on Elite Dangerous, and I hope you found it helpful and entertaining. Please continue to the next guide by clicking the link in the video. If there is no link, one will be posted very soon. Please don't forget to click subscribe and like in the video because it really helps out my channel and allows me to continue to produce good content. Also, don't forget to check out the links in the description below to my twitch.tv where I stream live all the time, and to the other sites such as my webpage ludumnexus.com, and to my Steam group where I have giveaways all the time. Thank you all again, and be safe in the chaotic universe of Elite Dangerous.